Can you see my presentation?
Yes, but not in full screen.
Okay.
And I can see some other window opened behind it.
Yes. This one, like this?
Yeah, yes, now it is full screen, yes.
Okay. I will stop sharing for the moment. And I will try to stop recording, but okay, no. I did not start though, just wanted to.
Yes. Are
Thank
you
for joining.
allowing this automatic note taker, a David's note taker?
Yes, why not? No. Just I will look. David, yes. Ok. Alex, ești aici? Ok, că nu te vedeam. Bună! Ce faceți? Rămâneți amândoi până la urmă? Mă auziți? Ok, vă mai aștept, că nu vă aud, dar suntem ok, încă nu am început. Aștept și pe ceilalți. Milena, I have gave yesterday a reminder. I hope that you think it's okay.
Yeah, that is fine. Yeah, if you would like to do this in Romanian language, that is also fine.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Alex, I can hear you now. Okay, I think it's fine.
Thank you.
Okay. It's Constantinos. Yeah, so Constantinos, he said.
Hello, yes, nice to meet you all. Give me 1 second.
Yes.
Okay. Can you say something?
No. I didn't say anything. It's fine with Gapminder.
Can you hear us?
Yes, very good.
All right, because we move it for to an external speaker.
Okay, it's fine. It's perfect. Hi, Enis. Welcome.
Hey, everyone.
Oh, nice hair. There's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
Your
while.
last scene. Yes. Bravo. Thanks for joining. We only, Constantinos, just wanted to know if everything is okay with you, because we cannot see you.
Yes. Just give me 1 second. I'm settling in. Yes.
Yes.
I have a
Okay.
question. This
Yes.
recording, who does it go to? How many people watch it? Like, how confidential does it have to be?
Normally these material, so these meetings, I will let you know in a bit about the project, is dedicated to, so there are private in between innovation agencies or venture capital funds around Europe, but our intention as KPIs of the project is to publish them on the project website. So unless there, I mean, I don't think it's necessary to share now confidential information. The idea is that the objectives of the meeting is to connect venture capital funds from different ecosystems in Europe who might share information about their top investee or the investees who are looking for funds in the next period of time, for example, in next years, and they're looking for co-investors. For example, this is one of the goals of these meetings. So to identify if there is an issue with publishing, okay, we can just make cuts in the videos and.
Oh, perfect. Thanks a lot.
Okay. So, Constantinos, until you are ready with the camera, we just wanted to see you. That's why. Not necessary.
I should be ready. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Just to confirm, it's until 6. It's in 1 hour, right?
Yes. We're trying to keep it on time. So now we are everybody. Some people from our consortium would have liked to join, but we will not wait for them. So I will start now. Thank you very much for joining. My name is Cristina Tsongu. I'm speaking from Bucharest. I am from Techcelerator. We are a tech startup accelerator. We are an organization who is designing programs and events and activities for supporting startups. We are a partner in a larger consortium for an European project called CO-INVESTIN, together with partners from Portugal, Denmark, Bulgaria, Greece, Italy, and France, to put together this project. It is called CO-INVESTIN. I'm going to show you a little bit, just a few moments to let you know about. Okay. Oh, just a moment. Trying to find my presentation. Sorry for that. Okay, just. Okay. Do you see my presentation now?
Not yet,
Not really.
at least on my screen.
Yes. Just a moment. I have a lot of things here. Now?
Now, yes, full
Okay.
screen. Thank you.
So I will let you know very, very quickly about the project and the motives that we have invited you. So this is an event in okay, just a moment. Okay. Okay. So first I would like to let you know both, because Enis already asked me about the recording. Konstantinos, we are and the guys, Alexandru and Cosmin from Gapminder, we are going to record this meeting for the following purpose. We would like to publish this conversation on the project website. So if it is an issue with that, we can talk after the event, and we might cut from the recording if it is necessary. Please let me know. Okay. So about co-investing. So we are more partners at the European level who put together this project, which aims to facilitate co-investments in between venture capital funds in different ecosystems in Europe. So in the West, we have emerging ecosystem. In the West, more strong leader ecosystem countries, and this project intends to facilitate a connection in between them, and for the final purpose of supporting scale-up companies to have better access, easier access to finance. For that, so as the partners, you can see here the partners, Booster Labs from France, Tech Tour from Belgium and Bulgaria, EUVC, which you know very, very well, and Foundation from Greece. So coming back to the objectives, we have made some researchers at the beginning of the program. We have made some interviews with enablers and venture capital partners all over Europe, just to understand the gaps in between these ecosystems. We are also organizing multiple types of events, conferences, and events like this one, trying to understand better the relationship in between these enablers in Europe, and we will even come up with some policy recommendations until the end of the program, which is going to happen in September this year. This is the structure of the program. So I have already tackled all this journey, trying to identify the gaps and the best practices. Then we develop an interactive tool, a digital tool, where we are preparing a lot of information about a few countries in Europe, about macroeconomics, microeconomics, taxes, easiness of doing business in those countries, and so on, so that it would be some tools, useful tools for investors who wants to go into these markets. So I'm talking about Latvia, Estonia, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Greece, and so on. So we're mapping this information, and we will put them on the website, the digital tool website of the project. So this is about the impact of the project. I will not insist. And now, these types of events wants to, so as I told, to facilitate the connection in between these types of actors around Europe. We are also trying to connect the innovation agency. One of the objectives of the project is to understand better the role of innovation agencies in different countries. In some countries, these types of actors are more active and involved into the ecosystem. In some others, they are not very visible or agile. So we will try to connect also with them, because in some countries these agencies also have programs and funding and for startups, but not in all countries. Now, coming back to the venture capital funds, the idea of these meetings is to connect funds from different countries, and to facilitate, discussions in between them, and presentation of their top investee. So for having in mind future co-investments together. Okay. So now for today, we have in the room, so who accepted our invitations, we have Constantinos from Apeiron Ventures. Thanks a lot for joining us,
Thank you all.
Constantinos. It's a recent, very nascent fund, but that is why we want to know more about your thesis and your objectives, the region you're tackling in, and what types of founders and startups, products that you are looking for. Okay, we have E2VC, the 500 startups emerging Europe funds, with Enis Hulli. Thanks a lot, Enis, for joining us. Who is going to present, I hope, these three companies, and our long-run partner from Romania, Gapminder Venture Capital Fund, who is going to present also three companies. So the presentation can be freely. If you want me to support, I can show the websites of the company as you wish, and we can start the way we are doing it. We want you to present the biggest milestones of the product, the biggest milestones of this investee, and maybe their funding needs in the near future, so that the others can judge a little bit if it is interesting for them or not to join. So I assumed this order. Maybe Constantinos, if you want to start.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, everyone. And it's great to meet you and connect. Oh, I cannot share my screen. I was trying to, but I was about to show my website. Our website, we do not have a presentation ready, but you can find us at apeiron.vc. Apeiron, as it is spelled over there, as you can see. It means infinity in Greek, and it's, I guess, what we're looking for in returns. So we started off in May 2024 with 25 million euros under management and with a focus to invest in pre-seed and seed stage companies and ticket sizes ranging from 300,000 euros up to 1 million euros. So kicked off officially the operations in May 2024, focus on two verticals, one that we call B2B enterprise software, which is pretty much self-explanatory, and the other one that we call the Gen Z economy, which encompasses direct-to-consumer, health tech, even B2C, anything that catches the attention of the younger generation that is coming up with all its purchasing power, its ability to define industries, etc. Well, we're a small team, so we're 4 now. 2 partners, myself as an associate and an analyst that just joined us. We've made 1 investment so far that closed in September 2024. It's called Circulant, as you can see here, how it's spelled. It's a team that is based in London. They're founded by 2 Greeks. We do look for a Greek element in the investments, but this does not mean that we're confined to where we invest in. We invest all over the world. We just want to see a Greek element, mainly because it's part of our mandate for the companies that we invest in to open a subsidiary or branch in Greece. So this is why we're mostly looking for a Greek founder, maybe because they understand better the realities of opening a Greek branch here. But this does not stop us in investing in founders of all nationalities across all geographies. So the first investment is Circulant. They are focused, they are building something in the construction sector in what we call the digital material passports. What are digital materials passports? Well, from now on, and it's mostly something driven by regulation in the EU. In the UK, they have started doing it by themselves without so much push from regulation. So digital material passports are basically what you understand them to be. When someone makes a new high-rise building, for example, in London, from now on, it's starting to become common practice to maintain a ledger of all the materials that they have used in this construction. So imagine down from the marbles of the floor, the windows, the handles, everything has to be recorded. The cement they use, what type, where it's coming from. So, of course, you understand it's not very practical to do this on an Excel and sending it all over the place. So they're building one source of truth, which is their platform. Highlights is, well, it's a pre-seed investment. It's basically the 2 founders when we started talking to them back in July 2024. They had an MVP ready, they had a product ready, they had one basically company that was using it with a minimum fee, like 500 euros a month, and they were about to tackle a very important contract with JLL. I think I can say that it's all been signed now. So this is the first customer, JLL. Yeah, that's their website, of course. I've told them that they will do a revamp to make it more fancy, but this is it. First contract with JLL, well-known company in the construction sector. They decided to use their platform, the Circulant platform, to maintain the digital material passports for the new headquarters they are developing in London. And they have been trying to get new contracts ever since. They have many proposals coming along. Another example is the Edenica building. The Edenica building in London is the first building in England that is completely used digital material passports for its construction. So it's the first of its kind, basically. Let me put it in the chat. Very interesting case study. So 2 founders, Angelos and Anastasia. Angelos being the CTO, Anastasia being the CEO. They raised a funding round of 750,000 euros in total, a pre-seed round. They have a plan, of course, over the next 18 months to deliver. So I think they will start go out to the market and start fundraising again after summer. Since then, until then, it's all about execution, basically. There is competition in the market. We saw 2 or 3 companies that were coming out of the Netherlands or France, but we saw that their product was very archaic compared to Circulant's platform. I think the highlight for them was actually winning the bid, the JLL bid, by competing with the other players that exist in the market since 2015, 16, 18, something like that. But because of their superior product, they managed to get selected. So that's quite amazing. So this is Circulant, our first investment. Since then, we have also signed another term sheet with a cybersecurity company, now in the legals. Of course, as you understand, we cannot say much there. Maybe in about, I would say, 3 weeks, we will have an announcement. You can also follow us on LinkedIn to view that. Third investment signed today a term sheet. So I guess, the legals will take another 4 weeks as well. So we have, I would say, 3 now investments, companies. Expect to do another 1 or 2 maybe by May, June. And the goal is within the next 4 to 5 years to have a complete portfolio of 25 companies. So we're based in Athens. Whenever you guys are in
Thanks a lot,
Athens.
Constantinos.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot. Very, very
Sorry for going
interesting.
above the time. Sorry.
No. It's okay. It's my role. Enis or Alexandru or Cosmin, if you would like to have some questions for Constantinos.
I have a question here. This business is driven by regulation, so this is a requirement from the regulatory point of view for those companies to have a digital passport or any type of certification related to their materials they use.
So basically, regulation does come in place within 2026. It's an EU directive that has a cut-off date of 2026. I think it's October 2026. So there's definitely regulation. A big part of that is regulation. Another part, however, which drew our interest is that the Edenica building that we saw here was not driven by regulation. It was completely something that they decided to do. Basically, it's driven by UK regulation, but not hard regulations like in Europe. So it was mostly a trial, let's say, of the Edenica. And we're trying to find the value here, to be honest with you, apart from regulation, like what else are the key value drivers here? Why would someone need it? So we've been finding and we've been exploring use cases like insurance, for example. Insurance premiums and insurance companies may look at such a certificate, such a digital material passport to be fully aware of the risk, as you will have, the flammability of materials and all of that stuff available to them. So this is one. The second one is recycling those materials. So when you demolish the building after 20 years, 10, 15 years, you know exactly what materials have been used. So yes, this is about it, I would say.
Maybe just a few quick notes. In Romania, there is let's say when you do a construction, at the reception, when you finalize the building, you need to show all the testing for the materials you use. So maybe it could be a link between the process of showing the test, the concrete or the iron or the whatever material have been used, to show all the tests that have been done with that particular materials. Because
that's it. That's interesting.
Requirement, and probably this is whole Europe to show the test you've done.
Is this the lead certificate? Is this connected to the lead certificate, or is this something different?
It could be, not sure 100%, but it's you need to show a certificate that you tested the materials, and usually either the producer is providing you the particular material has been tested.
Correct.
Or, you need to go to a laboratory and to test the material and then to use it. So these are the 2 ways they are doing now here in Romania.
Interesting. I would love to. I will definitely reach out to you to understand more of that. I would love to learn more. It actually sounds very interesting. And the thing you said about the producers, it's actually something that they are actually been trying to, and they've been developing go-to-market strategies there. As in, you can basically reach the materials from day one at the point where they are produced. So at this stage, all the producers that we have talked to, that the team has talked to, do not see the value, mainly because they're like, okay, why would we need it? Of course, in 1 year from now, they would need it based on regulation. So, they're trying to make a basically freemium approach to them, just so they can get all the data and all the materials from day one. And we'll see how that goes. There is also a connection with the lead certificate, but I will definitely reach out to you to understand better what's happening in Romania, because if there is a use case here in Romania, as you said, it will definitely be of interest to the team.
Constantinos, we would need to stop to listen to the others.
Yeah, of course.
VCs. Thanks a lot for the presentation.
Absolutely.
Enis, if it is okay for you to, what company would you like to start with? Thanks a lot, Constantinos.
Let me start with Fall
Yes.
AI, because they've been doing super well over the past year. So Fall AI is a generative media platform. Started as an inference company. It basically has voice, image, and video models on GPUs, and it gives API endpoint access to developers. They started about 2 years ago, but they've gotten commercial traction about a year ago first. When a top-down approach, they were working with large enterprises, and then they launched their SaaS platform about 6 months ago. And with that SaaS platform, they got to multiple dozens, in millions of dollars in ARR. The company has grown about 30x year over year since last January, and has raised follow-on funding from Kindred Ventures, first round, Andreessen, etc. It's a very competitive space. The way they differentiate is because of the strength of their developer team, their latency on a GPU level is much better, which also means their utilization is much better, which further enables much cheaper pricing compared to other providers in the space.
What would be the main use case of this?
It's a business to developer platform. So the goal of any business developer platform is to leave it as horizontal as possible, so that the customers might be enterprises willing to build their own LLM models, but also consumer AI app developers who are trying to build voice or image applications on top of FAL. Might also be a bunch of them together. You might want to have like a pipe view where you orchestrate between voice and video and image just because you want to, and then FAL would give you the best of breed models almost on a daily basis. So if there's a new model launch, it's going to be on FAL 10 hours from now.
You said that I'm seeing that raised 14 million.
Yes, they raised 14 million last summer, I would say.
Okay. Next funding round. Sorry, at which stage did you partner with them?
We did pre-seed, so he's a really good high school friend of mine. We did invest 2.5 years ago, I would say.
So, I mean, I would say that the next funding needs would be later on in the future.
Yeah. Is this going to be published? I'm not sure. They just closed 14 million, led by Notable Ventures. But
I think that's public because I saw it online. Or no?
No, you saw the 14 online. You didn't see the 40 online.
Oh, okay. 40. Sorry.
Yeah.
If they're going to announce it soon, we will not be publishing this very soon.
Okay.
So maybe it will be okay.
It's one of those companies, I mean, just to blabber about it. I think that the market adoption and penetration of AI is coming in waves. With GPT-2 like 3 years ago, we were seeing a lot of blogging, social media, etc. Last year, I think, was all about generative media, mostly on image, and we've seen a lot of companies reach $50 to $100 million in annual recurring revenue around this space, one of them being FAL. And that past 6 months, at least for us, has been more AI copilot solutions. And we have 7-8 companies in our portfolio, all of which had zero traction a year ago, but now they are not as big as FAL, obviously, but you see examples like Bolt, Lovable, Cursor getting to 20 million plus annual recurring revenue. So I think last year was a really good year for generative media on AI. And this year is more for dev tools.
When did you start the fund, you said?
So we did our first investment 3.5 years ago, mid-2021.
Okay.
Okay.
Then the second is...
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
So another one.
Gesund AI. Yes, interesting company. So the founder of Gesund AI used to be the chief data science officer of a German health tech company, a German health tech unicorn called Care Syntax. And there he's seen the impossibility of reaching health data to validate your AI models. If you're building AI models for a health tech device or whatever, let's say you're trying to build radiology AI, you need to have access to American patient data to validate your AI, have a third party underwrite it so that you can then apply to the FDA and get your AI licensed. And obviously, as you perfect your AI almost on an annual basis, you're going to have to reapply, revalidate, relicense, recertificate. Gezul gives the end-to-end platform for that. So it has access to health data from the UK, Europe, US, and Israel. It has a built-in MLOps platform where you can put your AI models to get outputs with real-life data. And then it has third-party radiologists in this example that would further look into the model, read the output, look at the results, and then, you know, help you, enable you put together that FDA report. It accelerates. It's almost like an AI CRO is the good way to put it. It's a clinical research organization for AI, and it accelerates your time to FDA application by, you know, 5x. And then from a fundraising perspective, they are currently fundraising. The founder is based out of Berlin. It's a US company with the technology team being in Turkey, and they're currently trying to raise a post-seed pre-A type round.
How much are they looking to raise?
12.
Okay.
Okay.
How much they are fundraising?
What?
How much? It's 12 million.
They raised 3 before. Now they're trying to raise 12. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. I think, again, we don't want to have this published, but I think fundraising is a snowball effect. It's always better to say that you're raising 8 and then reach 12. But in this instance, they started off by saying that they're raising 12.
Oh, great. Okay. If you don't have...
Agave Games, interesting company. So we did pre-seed for Agave Games about 3 years ago. It's a gaming company. Gaming is big in Turkey. Out of the 6 unicorns in the Turkish ecosystem, 2 are gaming. Out of the top 10 exits, 4 of them are gaming. And so Agave Games, we led their pre-seed. It was a 400K round 3 years ago. And then they did a proper seed. And then they launched this game, Find the Cat, which you can see on the website. This one on the left. Which is basically a picture where you find cats on it. On this black and white picture, there's going to be multiple cats, and you click on it, you would see, you know, it would get painted, and there are 25 cats per picture. You try to find these cats on a consecutive manner, basically. Since launching the first game, which was, I'd say, end of summer, August, they reached more than $100,000 daily revenue, and they've been growing super fast ever since. Now they're launching, they previously launched Wonderlink, which is the game on the right, which didn't do as good, but the game on the left, Find the Cat, did super well. Now they're launching their third game, hopefully by the end of the month.
How much revenue do you say they have reached?
100K per day, more than 100K, but I'm doing ballpark.
Okay. Have you experienced Apple, as they say, you know, the usual, the App Store, taking a big chunk of the revenues? Is it a problem for them?
It is and it is not. It is obviously a problem for everyone, but at the same time, I think gaming has converged to hybrid. Previously, I think 4 years ago in the unlimited interest rate environment, every big gaming company was going for in-app purchases, which meant that the Apple Cut was a bigger stream of their revenue. But then with hyper casual and casual both converging towards hybrid casual, I think a lot of the revenues have become either direct ads or ad incentivized revenue. And then obviously Apple's reach there is much lower than in-app purchase. And then in this instance, with Find the Cat, I think there's a healthy balance between the two.
And the audience is what nationality mostly? All over the world?
Mostly US now. Initially, because I don't want to be. Initially, it gained a lot of steam in Asia. The first markets to pull were Japan and Korea, but now it's like majority US.
Okay.
Gaming is big in Turkey. I mean, we do 2 gaming investments per year, practically. And then again, I'm blabbering. I think the second thing that's big in Turkey is consumer AI. There are application studios that are doing more than $100 million annual revenue with consumer AI apps. There's probably a handful of them in Turkey. And if you look at sub 100, so more between 10 to 50 million annual revenue, there's like 25, 30 studios, one of which I'm a co-founder of. So I think apart from gaming on this consumer landscape, or on this global consumer landscape, we have started to do a lot of AI studios as well.
Okay.
Enis, can you tell us more about the size of the fund, your targets, maybe geography? Because we started with Investi. We started with the investment that you made, and you didn't tell us more about
What?
about the fund. Your
About our fund. Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, when I saw the map, I was like, why am I here? Because I picked 3 Turkish companies. I could have picked 3 Central Eastern European companies because I think that would be more relevant given the geo-focus that you guys do. But in our fund, we do 65% Turkey, 40% Central Eastern Europe. Our second fund was a 70 million euro vehicle. The third fund now is a $100 million vehicle. We started warehousing for the third fund. We're going to start deploying by summer because now we're coming to the end of the second fund. And we do pre-seed. 70% of our portfolio is pre-seed, 30% is seed.
Ticket sizes?
We do $1 million. I mean, we did 750K on average with the previous fund. With the new fund, we want to do $1 million on average.
Okay, do you happen to co-invest with other venture capital funds around, I don't know, Central Europe or West Europe?
100%. I mean, especially in our Baltics and Central Eastern European strategy, we are co-investing with a lot of the local funds. We co-invested with Launchhub and Bricap from Bulgaria, Prido multiple times, Innovo multiple times, etc. So yeah, we do co-invest. In Greece, we've only done 2 deals. One of them was Plum, 2016. We led their pre-seed round.
Oh, nice.
It was my partner back then knew Victor from college. So it was a really small check, but I mean, times were different. And then we also did Intric about a year and a half ago. 3 Greek founders in the UK. They then went to YC last summer.
Yeah, remember IC, yeah, correct. So you were before.
Yeah, those are the only 2 Greek investments. And then we did 2 in Romania, Plant and App in Fund 1 and then QBark in Fund 2.
QBark, yes. Okay, thank you. Well, we only have Gapminder now. We have Alexandru, Ruff, and Cosmin Ochisor, partners in Gapminder Venture Capital Fund. So who wants to jump? So I have prepared machinations, Cinesiau, and Parol.
I would just say a few words about Gapminder and then Cosmin can feedback. Okay. But anyway, we are at 80 million fund. We are at the second fund. With this second fund, we just started for 8-9 months ago and maybe 11 months ago. And the sweet spot is around 1-2 million. First investment seed. We can go up to 6-7 million with these companies. B2B usually we invest B2B, deep tech, SaaS. So these are the main, let's say, pillars. Then in terms of companies, I would maybe I will change a bit and say a few words about Thinkware, which closest to your both thesis, since they are raising somewhere between 2-3 millions in early seed round. They are a fintech platform, cash management for large corporates, and mainly through API they connected with a lot of banks and fintech companies and providing for their clients all that relates to the cash management, reconciliation, audits, reporting. So they have 40 clients till now, a bit above 1 million in recurring revenues, and connected.
Can we see the website of the company?
Thinkware, not Thinkware, no, Thinkware.
Yes. Sorry.
Thinkware.
I was thinking about one and looking for other.
They started based on the open banking regulation in Europe. So PSD3, this was the starting point.
Yeah, it started like a API aggregator in a way,
Yes.
but then they developed more things on top of it. Pretty difficult business to start, honestly, because you need to get certified and all these things.
Yeah, initially they started considering they won't need a license, banking license, but because they have access to the payment initiation, so they needed to have license. But anyway, they have now license. They transport it all over the Europe, so they already connected a lot of banks. Now they are working with the second product. You see there, Think Payments. It's similar to Think Link. It's a link you can pay by link. This very useful tool for let's say distributor of energy or those guys that they are billing hundreds of thousands of clients. So to become cheaper in terms of cost. So so these are mainly the Thinkware guys.
Okay.
Thank you, Alex.
Then I will present a couple of things. Look, I mean, you choose things which are a bit more early stage. We thought that it might be more relevant for you guys. Hi, Enis, by the way, haven't seen you for a long time. Yeah. So let's start with Genesio, actually. Enis, you may know it already. So this is a dev tool for, it's a developer tool which started like a function as a service, actually. So they are targeting the Lambda function on Amazon, and actually they were supposed to be an alternative to that. What they are right now, it's like a very simple solution for any sort of backend. So basically, it's a backend solution for any developer which actually doesn't know to do the backend, and they don't need to care. So it's working based on prompting the solution. You know, it's like a little bit similar maybe with Pythagora or Cursor.io, but this is for the backend. So basically, you just talk to the web app and say, look, I need to host this application, and the system will scale automatically and will do everything in behind. It doesn't monetize yet, by the way. It's like focused the beginning on building a community, and they have like some tens of thousands of users, and also tens of thousands of projects which are hosted on the platform. It's a very nice team. They raised the first round was around 2 million. They want to raise also another round this year, like 3 to 5. That's the plan with them. So
where are they based?
It's Bucharest.
But Cosmin, you can say something about the team, because I think it's important.
Yeah, the team is
multiple entrepreneurs.
entrepreneurs. So one of it is the founder of the Vector Watch, which was the Romanian, let's say, smartwatch, which was acquired by Fitbit and eventually by Google. So he's the CEO, and together with the CTO, which was actually also the CTO of Fitbit. And then another founder, which is Bogdan Ruff, it's a former VP of product of UiPath. So pretty strong team, I would say, senior guys. I mean, serial entrepreneurs, 2 of them, at least. I mean, Andrei Pitish had several businesses, and Rupa the same. So yeah, that's about the team. So they are going to be, let's say, maybe something similar to them. It's Netlify, but this is something like next level, next Netlify, maybe, or Vercel, something like that. So it falls in that space.
And how is the current commercial traction? And obviously, given the business to developer focus on the
They
platform.
don't do much monetization. I mean, they have a couple of paying customers because right now it's like the targeting individual developers, so it's a freemium. It's more like it's a B2B for the time being, and because right now they are building, let's say, the enterprise side of the product, because you know that on the enterprise segment, actually you need more features like all the security certifications, the ISO, and so on. So for the time being, they are targeting individual devs. I think last time it was like 40,000 users, something like that. I don't know how many are paying. I mean, there are a couple of which are paying because it's a freemium tier there. So you can just deploy an app for free. It's like testing and so on. And then if the usage increases, you need to pay basically for hosting. But I'm not, I don't know how much money they're making right now.
Okay.
But they look quite nice, and it's a very interesting feedback about them.
Okay. Shall we jump to
Parol.
Parol?
Machination. Yeah.
Parol.
Curious about machination. Yes, we will have time about. So this is Parol.
Parol, okay. You, in a simple, very simple words, is a text-to-speech which was trained specifically for being used in the medical sector. What it does actually, it does from a conversation, a simple conversation between the doctor and the patient, they will just create the medical health record. So that's in a nutshell. It saves times of the doctors, which spends 20 to 25% of their time like just writing down what they talk to the patient. So it's somehow redundant in the AI age, I'd say. Sounds very simple, but it's not in practice. I mean, at least on the technical side, you need to distinguish between different persons. You need to understand specific terms in the conversation, to put it in the right field and so on. It's used in, so far, I think it's used in 6 clinics. Most of them are from Romania, one is from Spain. And it's used, it's mainly POCs, paid POCs, of course, because those clinics are pretty large, but there is a ramp up there. So usually they deploy it with 10 to 20 doctors at the beginning, and then they increase the number of doctors which are using it because, yeah. So that's it. And they are making like, I don't know, the income is like some thousands in MRR.
Yes, they in ARR now, depending on how many doctors they will close, I mean, in those contracts, so the price is not necessarily relevant. Their contracts are about around 200, 300 K, but depending on the doctor, they're gonna use the
Great. And they recently raised from you?
Yeah, they raised, yeah, actually like last year. So it was like, I think in total they raised 1.5 million. I think we put it, we invested 1 million in them. They are not currently fundraising, but I think it's an interesting one to have a look. I mean, it's a very specialized one in the way they use the AI, I would say.
Okay.
Okay, a few things about machinations, because Enis was curious. This is not a new one. I mean, we have it in the portfolio for quite some time.
It's a big miss for us because like when I met with Machinations, so like when we met with them, their non-monetized traction was very inspiring. A lot of studios were using it. I also did a lot of ref calls with Turkish studios that are using it, but then had question marks around monetization and whether the value was deep enough to be able to monetize, because a lot of the top tier studios also didn't want to use out-of-the-box solutions, but would rather build it themselves, which then obviously put a ceiling in our eyes. But while we're doing that, they raised amazing. And then it became a big anti-portfolio for us where we should have invested. That's why I'm curious.
You are curious. So for the others, just to tell some things about the company. So this is game design tool, but when I say game design, it's not about how the game looks, but how the game functions. So it's a simple visual tool where you can basically, with drag and drop, just paint, if you like, the logic of the game and actually run simulations about the economy of the game. I mean, if you change, just for example, if you change the probability in a game about what you find in a treasure box or this kind of things, or when to put the monetization button, this sort of thing. So it's doing in the backend, it's like Monte Carlo simulations. It has a good traction, by the way, in terms of users. By the way, I mean, the monetization part, it's still not great. Although it became in many universities where they are studying game design, it became the default tool for students which are learning how to design games. Tens of thousands of users, income, I think it's around 500,000 a year. The point with them, at a certain point in time, they were hired, by the way. They got a very good traction at the previous, let's say, crypto bull run. And actually, they had a lot of users in the segment of play-to-earn segment, I'd say. So they were using the tool for the play-to-earn stuff. But actually, you know, after when we entered the bear market, actually, they lost all those customers because they simply disappeared. So if whomever is looking to the company, you see that the revenue was pretty high and then it dropped. And this is usually not a nice story, but it is as it is. I mean, we should also talk about this kind of companies, not only about let's say, the more bright one. Company still goes great. I mean, the team is pretty small. They are also, how to say, exploring other verticals besides gaming, by the way, because it can run and it can simulate any, let's say, complex system for even I don't know, for between work games, even like how to plan like a salary policy for a big enterprise, and they have a couple of interesting use cases. I mean, right now they are running a POC with a bank exactly for that. So yeah.
Thanks.
So there are any plans for new rounds or?
Not for the time being. They have a pretty strong cash position because honestly, when they had this drop in the revenue because of the bear market in crypto, they basically try to reduce themselves and to regroup, if you wanted to put it this way. So it went for more than a year. It went more like on autopilot, I would say. So they stopped like doing enterprise sales. It's became more like a PLG thing on which they are working. So it's more trying to monetize rather like the indie game studios instead of trying to get to the AAA ones. Although they have, by the way, among investors, it's also Sony. Yeah, so I would say it's a mixed story. I still believe the company has its own chance because it's a unique tool, which is very useful. And what the company didn't do very well, it is like they're not very good on monetizing. So basically what they figured it out, the monetizing strategy was not very well designed from the beginning. So basically they ended up with people working in Ubisoft, for example, just, you know, upgrading to like a premium account, paying $20 a month, like a, like a regular user. So yeah. That was a bit of fail there, but still, I think it's an interesting company to look at till they figure out this monetization problem. I had like mixed feelings in order to put this here because we're supposed, I mean, my understanding was that we should present each other like also like business opportunities.
Yeah, that's what I was confused too. Like I want to present 50 opportunities, but then the email also said top companies or like top performing in your portfolio, and then obviously there's a big contradiction there because then those companies have raised a lot.
I think, Enis, if you are looking into the gaming world, maybe at least some of your portfolio to give it a try. Yeah, it was like this company went through a reorganization and so on. I mean, the tool is still working. I mean, and it worked quite well. But again, they had this drop because of the bear market in blockchain technologies.
Yeah.
And to play to earn is not a thing anymore. They didn't intend to go in the direction, but basically it was like money coming into the company for, I mean, they didn't do any sort of effort, and it looked like a low-hanging fruit, which they took it, but actually they put a lot of resources in it, and then
Yeah.
okay, that's it from our side.
Okay. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I hope that this was useful for you, at least for updates, because as I understood, you know each other. So we are going to review a little bit these sessions. We are going to have some more of these sessions prepared by our partners as well. And Milena Gartley is here from Tech Tour. We need to organize some more from Tech Tour side, some two others from Foundation. Konstantinos is the organization from Greece who is leading the project.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it.
Yes, from Dimitris.
Yes.
Yes, your partner. And we're going to upload this information together with some others information that we're preparing on the digital tool. This is the website, a part of the website of this project, where we are preparing some interactive maps and information about multiple countries, as I told you at the beginning, so that we can ease, the research of the venture capital funds who wants to enter in new markets and find co-investors and partners and startups finally in those new markets. So thank you very much for your information, for joining us, and keep in touch. If you need some more information about, I don't know, a startup that you heard about here or a partner that I mentioned here, just give me a sign and I will come back with more information.
Thank you so much. And it was great to meet you, everyone. I've reached out on LinkedIn, so let's keep in touch.
Yes.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot. Have a nice evening. Thank you, Milena, for joining.
Thank you, Christina.